Hi, I'm John Denwin. This is Spilled Ink East, and it's going to be good night. We already have some people from across the country, 2 people from California, 1 from San Francisco, and 1 from Oakland. So hopefully both of you get to see some baseball soon in the next couple weeks. I did 2 pieces. Actually, I did 3. I did 1 for Hiram for the world food. And then I did there was a Walt Whitman contest where you're supposed to, which I love because I like the format where you have to use some of the lines from the original poem. So I picked A Noiseless Patient Spider by Walt Whitman. And I turned it into Young Entomologists. A noiseless patient spider. Walt Whitman marked where on a little promontory it stood isolated, marked how to explore the vacant vast surrounding. It launched forth filament, filament, filament out of itself, ever unreeling them, ever tirelessly speeding them. A very busy spider. Eric Carle marked where across the open pasture it had blown, marked how to avoid animals in the fertile field. It launched forth thin, silky thread, thread, thread out of itself, ever exhausted then, after tirelessly speeding them, it slept. And that was A Noiseless Patient Spider by Walt Whitman, and I turned it into Young Entomologists. Did anybody get the reference to A Very Busy Spider? I know we're all older. Maybe some people with kids out there, I'm hoping, caught that reference. If not, I'm going to have to read you The Very Busy Spider one time. And then I'll read the other one. Let me see. I'll read, since Alice is not here, I will save that one for later. And I will read the one I wrote for Hiram's World Hunger. Let me see where I put it. This is called, if I can find it. All right, we're gonna have to go with, oh, maybe it is there, hold on. If not, it is there. All right, Feeding Our Future, it's called. And this was for the World Hunger Poet X that Hiram is promoting. And I volunteer at my school because I'm a teacher. I teach 6th grade language arts, so I volunteer once a week to hand out food to our students who are in need. So it's called Feeding Our Future. 2 hot, 3 cold, Francisco calls. 2 hot, 3 cold, I repeat. I grab the plastic bags containing the meals and shuffle my way to the correct car. Car after car, I run food orders to the students of my school. The hot summer sun beats off down. My mind begins to wander. The human body is a work of art to be nourished daily. As an artist feeds his mind, he must also feed his body. As his thoughts sustain him, food sustains his body. It is not as simple as it sounds, for many works of art go hungry. Ask the teacher who sees it daily. So often, students attend school for the camaraderie and the cuisine. As I attempt to feed their minds, I wonder how many of my students are already distracted by their rumbling tummies. It is said that it takes a village to raise a child, but I would say that it actually takes a farm. I'm not a farmer, but I do know that there are many ways to volunteer. Together we can refurbish the works of art. 1 hot, 4 cold, Francisco calls. 1 hot, 4 cold, I repeat. And it goes on like this for the next 2 hours. And that is Feeding Our Future. So, all right. Now I like to say we're going to go from our just like on the radio, across my television screen. So Hiram, you're in the top corner. So when you are ready, you can unmute and you can take it away.
Sure, thanks, John. And I'm gonna post in the chat room, if you're following things going on in the chat room. As John just mentioned, he's been good enough to submit a poem to the 2020 World Food Day Poetry Prize competition. Unfortunately, it's just for folks in the greater DC area, but that includes Prince William County, Montgomery County. I mean, you can read all about it. And if you're at all interested, just send me a note. My email is there in the chat room, and I can send you the instructions, the guidance. John also included a link to those those submission guidelines in the email that announced this evening's reading. So it's out there. The deadline is August 15th. There's no submission fee, and there are cash prizes. Most importantly, this is all work to try to bring poetry more forcefully, concertedly to bear in the anti-hunger cause. So I changed, sorry about this, John, but I changed the poems that I think I'll read. I'm going to read Boy Howdy, and then one called Boat.
You got it.
So Boy Howdy, my dad never, ever, ever, as I can recall, cursed. I never heard him curse. But when he got frustrated and flummoxed, he would say, "Boy howdy." And I don't know where that came from, but this piece is titled Boy Howdy. Modern life hurts me. Would that I could die in the arms of seed catalogs, or turn over in a bed and feel snow coming in the window. My father taught me to wave at life from cherished corners. His coat pockets were really my teenage years. Carry on is how I feel now. So may these lines become as strikingly handsome as hands on shoulders. May they cause strangers to look up again and again. May the hope in these lines age well like chewed pencils, or turn into stale crumbs that birds will fight over. And then this piece is a little bit older. It's called Boat. I don't care if his hair is combed bad. He is my son. I love every shoestring of him, every bit that he thinks he knows. 15 years. I don't care what he becomes, because he'll become something. Look at him. He'll become more than those red ears or grinning legs. He'll become even more important than midnight. More and more I hold him by his shoulder, less and less. And when I do, it's as if he can't be here forever. I think I'll get him a boat to carry, and then watch him like the minute that just went by. In the long run, nothing I do will matter. I know that. But look at him, especially when he's reaching for something. There must be a whole other world out there somewhere that's missing him. Thanks, John.
Thank you, Hiram. Appreciate it. Let me see. Brian Donald James, you are next. Take it away.
All right, can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Uh, the first piece I have is entitled Infinite. And forgive me on this one, I get right to the point. So I don't want to take anyone by alarm. You laid before me murdered, your life stolen, a seven and a crescent draped upon your chest. Among those who spoke at the rostrum and mourned, the poor righteous teachers were unknown. But who could speak of liberation as your mother weeps when black hands did the deed? There was a divinity in our purpose, a movement to reborn the identity of God. Slave games and slave names forsaken, we formed bonds in a cipher, brother next to brother. We formed bonds holding parliament to manifest our lessons learned. True indeed, Black, true indeed. But now I am old, with grayed hair and hindsight. I see that we were lost teenagers looking for acceptance, and you were a child forced far too soon to find passageways through starlight. But now, my dear brother, you are infinite. Thank you. The next piece is entitled Guardian. Cover thy breast to protect your heart. Cross thy legs to protect your modesty. These are things told to little girls. The butterflies scared to leave their husk. Buds upon their chests bring unwanted attention from boys and men lurking to spoil from abroad, from within. To shudder with the turn of a doorknob, to shake under covers pulled tightly. It is ungodly for a child not to feel safe in a home place, to brace for the unwanted kiss, to brace for the clenched fist. These are things learned by little girls. And now this trauma may stunt your womanhood, and you draw back when I extend my hand. It is a hurting thing not to be trusted. I love you. I love you. I swear. Just let me be your guardian. I love you. I love you. I swear. And the last piece is The Pool Player. Very old piece. About the time I wrote Sweet Tones, Hopper Tones, but we're not going to go into Sweet Tones, Hopper Tones. It's about 28 years old. The aged neon sign flashes pool hall outside the meager dwelling place that has evolved to become a haven for us chocolate men on Saturday nights. The super slick savages who call themselves hustlers scout and steal from the farmers, the railroad, and factory workers pay. They catch them on the pool tables and smoothly chant rack 'em. They use the dice games in back alleys or their knuckle game to jack 'em. Mm-mm. That girl Tessera show is fine. With that almond butter skin, I'd love to spend some time. I'd pitch woo right now if she wasn't the Reverend's daughter. They say that girl is so sweet you could drink her bath water. But she here to see Roscoe over there drinking brandy. But his soul is enslaved to the white nose candy. She funds his degradations, craving to test her womanhood. Skinny, frail, he waits in the corner. Loving on him ain't gonna never be good. Who, me? I'm that brother in the back room with the cap tipped to the side, slightly hanging over my dark brown eyes. I grew up here in this shanty town and I see it dying. And there's a restlessness in me because I see that I'm dying. So tonight I'm jumping the train on the midnight run and ain't saying goodbye to none of one. Let them drink and smoke and live life recklessly. Through the mist of the pool hall, the sounds of the balls crackling endlessly pound my senses and sets my heart aflame. 8 ball in the corner pocket. Damn, that's game. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you,
Great.
Brian. Awesome. Awesome job. I love it. Thank you. All right, Katherine Goddard, you are up. Take it away.
All right, hard acts to follow. So I'm going to be reading from Get Happy, Dammit, which is my latest book, and it's actually a mixed genre book. Yay, really. Local Gems Press. Find it on Amazon, find it on gethappydammit.com. So the premise of this book is that it has a lot of insights and exercises that I used to use when I was teaching, and that I've kind of collected through life. And then at the end of each chapter is a poem. So I'm just going to read the poems, and they're pretty short. I think they can stand by themselves, and if they can't, I apologize, but I'm going to go ahead and read them. And then, John, I don't know if you want the name of the title or not, the chapter title before the poem. I can give you that. This one is called from the chapter, What Do You Need to Hear? Nothing sings so loudly as the song of self, the one with the words I learned before I was even born. Do you hear what I hear? I think that might be my mother. She birthed me with her music, her low hum caressing my heart, pushing me gently into a physical world, reverberating with possibility. How wonderful it is to be human. And this next one is from the chapter called A Kick in the Pants. What is that against my back? The flat palm of a convincing breeze that urges idle swings, move, creaking old chains in the empty playground. Kinetic energy. It makes the world go round. There is no better way to stay ungrounded. Okay, now fly. And then this last one is from the chapter Punched in the Gut. When it comes down to it, words are breath, life givers of the creative, the inhale and exhale of cool air through the nostrils into the heart, the very stuff of heaven. Ask not from where the breeze flows. It doesn't matter. Feel it on your shoulders? It's turning you, facing you in the direction of the life you're making. Let it run its soft fingers across your skin. Breathe. Thank you.
Nice job, Katherine. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving. Andrew Smiley, you are up.
Uh-oh. Waking up.
Hey, can you hear me?
Breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit.
About
No.
No? Yeah.
Oh.
Nope.
Okay, it's going in and out. Okay, give me
That's better.
a sec. Right there?
That was better, yes.
Oh, okay. I just had to take a step forward.
All right.
All right. So I have a new poem I just wrote, and I'll tell you more about it after it's over. And I just want to see what you think about it, whether it works as a poem or not. Let me pull it up here. Okay, it's called Best Interest. Best interest. If there is one truism, it's that money so heavily that even our inherited position can be perverse
Andrew, you're breaking up again.
Okay. Okay, hang on.
Oh, oh, jeez, God.
And you want me to go to someone else while you're working, or?
Going into the garage. Hear me better now?
It's still, you're still breaking up all the time.
No.
No.
Yeah, I may go Zoom and come back in. Sorry.
All right. I'm going to move over to, while you're figuring that out, I'll go over to Dane. Dane?
Yes. Oh, hi. Okay, I had it. Okay. Shapeshifter. Periwinkle is my favorite tasting sound, almost as nice as tango, only not as sensual, just raw sex like sad primates trapped in a zoo. Wrinkle the riddle of time upon your face, I kiss and kiss. Lukewarm bathwater is tolerable after shots and shots and shots. Mescal spilt on the couch, what a funny joke. Mint grows wild all around this town. I must run away from mojitos all over the place. It's like some 1990s glitz. Just awful what they do to rum. What a waste. I can't take it anymore. No, I won't, is really what I mean. The hate burns incandescent in my chest. How can I escape this drunken madness? On foot, on bicycle, or airplanes? Nope. No way. I escape in my trusty shapeshifter, waiting and made ready there in the driveway, rusty and dented. No moss grows on it. It just rolls, my junkyard gem. Survivor of a Miami car crash in the fog. I was not drunk and driving at the time. It's just what I'm told. Drip, gasoline, drop by tiny little drop. I ponder, is it a brook or a stream? Can I camouflage it with duct tape from the garage? Cadillac, Fleetwood, Eldorado, Seville, maximum fins, wheels, rag top down, as rabid as I am to get back to you safe and sober, never sane when I think of you in your black camisole. Shapeshifter and I fly down the corridor between vineyards and ocean, sun and moon 90 degrees apart and setting, seen from the Lost Hills Highway. I am just a messenger carrying the message of spirits, written with the ancient planchette you keep in the pantry. The dream is your smile, your embrace, while we watch straw-colored mountains, honey in summer sunset. Toes nose home. You found a bird's nest, you by asking, opportunity placed at your disposal, willingness to receive, makes possible the future present. No sorrow for chasing what is chasing you. The lesson is one that I've learned too. Forgetfulness awakens me to sleepy mindlessness, not clear, still perfect reflection of all that is possible. Any breeze flutters leaves, makes snapping, falling, floating, landing last upon the ground. Dirt they be now under my feet. Feet chasing what is always chased. Stand still upon dampness, confused. No place to bury toes as on sandy beach. Run on, move on in wretched, loathsome panic. Fearing what might be, blindly, dumbly, to the gift that is. Ah, fear, my friend, and I get drunk. I fight to crowd out this drunken song. Falling down is an easy win for gravity. is everywhere and never sleeps. Spinning, it just spins. In stuporous vision, I see you standing there. I lift my head from the barroom table, drowsy between states of dreaming dreams. I see you not there. I lift my face now sober from the carpet of dead leaves, standing in bare feet on their dirt, toes having no place to hide, longing for summer sun-painted beach sand warm. The lesson to learn is standing still while we hurtle through space. Over there is over here to someone. So far is so close. A distance, a galaxy. Chasing love is chasing. Chasing inspiration is chasing. Chasing for answers. Chasing in a race of questions. Standing still, I have traveled from here to there and back again faster than my blink. Waiting for the answer. Waiting to be caught. Chasing love is like chasing inspiration. I will remember to let it catch me.
Nice. Dane, do you have another? I thought you had two.
You're talking to me? That was two different poems.
Oh, okay. You got two different. Okay.
Yeah, I read two different ones.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you very much. All right. We're going to go to D. Allen. D. Allen, you are up. Take it away.
Just let me introduce myself to all of y'all. I'm D. Allen from Oakland, California. Hiram Larew knows me. The rest of y'all don't. And I only have one poem for you this evening. And if you like what you hear coming out of me tonight, please respond by either leaving your comment in the Zoom chat section or pressing the reactions button for hands clapping or thumbs up. Let me see if I can get the camera to work. And it is not. It worked earlier. Oh well. The poem I'm about to do comes out of my fifth and new poetry book, Eloise Nietzsche, Poems, 2013 to 2018. The poems in this book are divided into three sections. This one comes from one of them, the section called Beauty of Nature. From pages 24 and 25 in the book, this is called Washa-quon-asin. Many who had hiked through Canadian wilderness a century ago took notice of a bird in flight, a rare one the Ojibwa called Washa-quon-asin, he who flies by night. At once a hunter, a guide, a trapper, a living made from the furs in his sight, a rare one the Ojibwa called Washa-quon-asin, he who flies by night. Into his forest lair he gave shelter to a pair of beavers, a female pony, beautiful, willful, contrite, a rare one the Ojibwa called Washa-quon-asin, he who flies by night. He recorded every caper onto pages of paper, turned articles and books, thousands read his every insight, a rare one the Ojibwa called Washa-quon-asin, he who flies by night. He took bold strides to speak for trees and wildlives. Nature's preservation from devastation became his plight. A rare one the Ojibwa called Washa-quon-asin, he who flies by night. Then he traveled to an evening powwow where he'd shown native chiefs how he embraced their ways, mastered their sacred dances by firelight. A rare one the Ojibwa called Washa-quon-asin, he who flies by night. In Canada and England, news is spread. One day at home, he was suddenly dead. His secret's out. The Red Indian was English and white. A rare one the Ojibwa called Washa-quon-asin, he who flew by night. But never mind the buckskins, the feather headdress, the moccasins, or false tales about his past, every slight. A rare one the Ojibwa called Washa-quon-asin, he who flew by night. His other steps were true after all, preventing ecology's steady fall. What mattered was the nature of his fight. A rare one the Ojibwa called Washa-quon-asin, he who flew by night. And that poem was called Washa-quon-asin,
Thank you.
in memory of Archibald Bellany, better known as Gray Owl, 1988 to 1938. Rest in peace. It was a bio poem about one of Canada's very first environmentalists. From this computer mic to your ears, I'm D. Allen. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Dee. And moving to Kimberly Ray. Kimberly Ray, you are up. Take it away.
All right, thanks. I'm going to actually read 3 poems since we don't have as many people today. I was going to do one that's called Heatwaves. There was a prompt by one of the poetry journals for their submission for the end of summer is going to be titled Heatwaves. So I came up with this one. Heat waves radiating across the country, common occurrences every summer, now occur every season. Summer stretches long into fall, makes a cameo during winter, and begins earlier every spring. It's a heat wave, they say. No, it's global warming. No, it's now called climate change, haven't you heard? No, that's all fake news. It's only a heat wave, you see. Varying heat from place to place, near 80 degrees in San Francisco. It's unheard of with a city without air conditioning, and only 120 in the middle of Phoenix, while a long streak of near 100 in the nation's capital. Tell them it's just another heat wave, while European friends melt in the sweltering sun, and tourists stand outside in queues, fanning themselves until they're inside the museum. Tell them it's only a heat wave when it's 22 Celsius at 11 p.m. Tell them it's only a heat wave when glaciers break away. Tell them it's only a heat wave. I'm sure they'll soon believe. All right, and then the next one I have, which was accepted into a poetry journal, which will be posted in the next couple of weeks. It's called We Don't Need Water Anyway. We never need water anyway. 'Neath the blistering sun, California poppies face the hillside sun as wayward children start to lose their breath, as you now fight for yours, running to chase the summer blues away. The young and old all begin to fail, lungs suffocate one by one. Down the road, coffins aligned with fresh roses, leaves trimmed and watered, withering away, with the water we all craved. And the last one was also accepted into that same poetry journal, and it's called Let Me Bother You. The stale heat of the summer air stirs us into a thick fog. Wanting to grab a knife and to cut it to 2, you rise to walk it off. Waiting but following as a lost dog, I see you standing there, bother you, and give you a tug on that red in your beard. Knocking you down, we roll around through the treacherous waves while I land on top. With the sand between your hairs, our bodies soaking wet, the earth melts away beneath us. It dissolves the distance between us and the silence held within, while we watch the waves in unison. Our feet are cemented in place, daydreaming for hours, as we know the waves will never stop. And maybe, just maybe, we aspire to be like those waves, never ending, flowing carelessly.
I like it. Thank you, Kimberly.
Thanks.
We're gonna, Andrew, should we try Andrew again? Or I had one pop in. Anant is here. So I don't know if Andrew is still there. So Anant, we'll go with you. Anant, you're up.
I'm so sorry I missed the event, and then I went on to Facebook, and I just realized it's today. Okay, so I'm going to read a poem. It's called Selfie in a Dimly Lit Bar. Predicaments become doodles after a certain point in life. And you would never know what funny things could come charging at you, like the weather's wrath. How would you know, though, in such a dimly lit bar, a selfie won't help much? That was Selfie in a Dimly Lit Bar. Let me pull up another poem.
I love the title. You're going to get another one? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. This is a small poem that appeared in the Spilled Ink anthology. Not a story, but a few dots. All the charities and the endeavors, a little feeble, faded. One long row of trees all along, each with a lifetime. So much lingers on a lone leaf. Hope, a big red sun arising every morning. Thank you. That was Hope. Thank you. That's all I got today.
Thank you. All right, and we're gonna try Andrew Smiley one more time. Andrew, you there? You're gonna give it one more shot? Maybe, or maybe not. It says he's still here. All right. Oh, he's trying to, all right, here he comes again. Come on.
While we're waiting, can I make an
Sure,
announcement?
go ahead.
Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, right by the rails, is going to be meeting online on Zoom. If anyone wants the Zoom link, you can go ahead. I'll put my email address in chat, but we're going to be doing writing prompts, writing backstories, either poetry or fiction or creative nonfiction. So we're going to be having photo prompts and writing backstories. That's at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
All right. We're going to have Spilled Ink within next in the fourth Friday of the month. So that will be coming up. I'll send you out some emails. I don't think Andrew's going to have luck getting back in. So those of you, I'll sit here for a little while, but if you guys need to go, you can go, because I think that's it. Everybody's had a chance to read, and I appreciate you all. And it was a very good night. I'm so glad we had some people from across the country come, and we'll do it again sometime. So guys, take care and keep scribbling.